My name is
I'm here.
Eric Jones. Eric Harris.
All right, what are we doing now?
Your Honor, we have two matters up. I have prepared and signed a request for screening into.
This case takes a sharp turn fast. We're looking at a defendant trying to enter mental health court while juggling treatment programs, drug tests, and a past warrant, and the judge is about to peel back every layer. As drug test results start conflicting, tensions rise between what the treatment center reported, what probation received, and what the defense insists is true. Meanwhile, fentanyl keeps appearing on lab reports, and the judge wants real answers. Watch closely. Every explanation, hesitation, and contradiction plays a part in how the judge ultimately decides this defendant's future.
To the 15th District Mental Health Court. Actually, I need to absolutely.
And how long is that taking, you think?
Your Honor, they meet every other Wednesday, so maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
3 weeks.
They just met. Yes, well, I attended. It was yesterday.
Probable cause conference, October 31st, 2024, 9 a.m.
Your Honor, the court received progress report from Community Corrections that indicates the defendant was testing at Ann Arbor Treatment Center has had positives at that facility. I think the report was dated October 1.
I have that. He actually has a bond out. He actually has a warrant out at this point.
Yes, Your Honor, if I may address that.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, Mr. Harris, there was the testing information. He came to my office on Monday morning. We discussed the matter with or Tuesday morning, I can't remember now. We discussed the matter with his provider at the treatment center. He informed us that Mr. Harris is prescribed methadone and it's provided for him there. He also said that he had provided a new test to Community Corrections that was dated October 9th, I believe, or October 7th, that was clean for things that he was not prescribed for. I reached out to the agent and to see if he had the test, and he hadn't. I believe Mr. Harris would, if the court wanted to test him today, would likely come back negative. I'd ask the court to consider.
He'd come back negative today?
Yes, except for I think for the what is it called?
Methadone.
Sorry, Judge. But in talking to his agent there, I guess in certain circumstances, fentanyl can stay in your system for some time. But I believe he's had a negative test recently for fentanyl that his agent advised that he had sent over to Community Corrections.
This moment right here is where everything shifts. Up to this point, the defense has been working hard to frame the test results as understandable. Methadone metabolizing unusually, delays between labs, communication gaps, even the possibility of fentanyl lingering in the system. But when the judge asks point blank why fentanyl is showing up across multiple dates, that's the breaking point. Judges rely on patterns, not excuses. A single anomaly can be explained, multiple positives cannot. Notice how the defendant tries to speak, then backs off. That hesitation matters. It signals uncertainty or fear of contradicting the attorney, and judges pick up on that instantly. At this stage, the judge is no longer deciding whether the defendant wants treatment. She's deciding whether he can safely remain out while waiting for it.
Yes, Judge, I have seen those, and I believe there's an October a more recent test than that is negative.
And Your Honor, I do believe that people have received the same documentation. This is not a format that I am personally accustomed to receiving drug results in. However, it is my understanding that it indicates the positive urinalysis on the 9th, September 10th, September 18th, September 26th, each for methamphetamine. They're also strictly positive tests
That's
from,
methadone.
Yeah.
the methadone is a separate test, which is under here as MTAB versus
Yeah.
MCAT, I believe. I believe MCAT indicates methamphetamine, my best understanding, it may or may not, but the MTAB is what I believe indicates methadone. I believe that's a different
It is.
result. And then I also see, if I'm reading this correctly, positive fentanyl tests from 8/28, 9/9, 9/10,
Mr. Allen.
negative on 9/18. Which is interesting, and then positive on 9/18.
Your Honor, if I might, I believe the meth portion is methadone, the MTAB, and speaking to Kenneth Hammond from the treatment facility, the meth is methadone and the MTAB is a metabolite, and the fentanyl is, well, fentanyl. That's my
Okay.
understanding from speaking to him.
But why is fentanyl showing up?
Your Honor, that Mr. Harris Jones is currently on tether. He is working to maintain sobriety. I believe his latest test, where we did, and Mr. Hammond said he sent it over to community corrections. I can call and see. I had hoped the court would have it. Was negative. He reported that to me earlier.
Right, but all that's gonna tell me is that it's periodically using. Because the one before that on the 18th is negative regarding fentanyl, but then the 26th is positive.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
If you want to.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not using periodically though.
Pardon?
I'm not using periodically. That was just, never mind. Go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead. All right.
Your Honor, as I said, he is in a program. He is, I believe he is endeavoring to work his hardest at it. His latest test would be negative. I'd ask the court to consider admonishing him not to use to continue testing and to stay within the parameters of the treatment program that he's involved in currently. He has several things going for him. He does have a meeting next Tuesday on the 15th at 3:00 with Community Mental Health. He's been going through their screening process. This is with the housing people.
Okay. I don't have a problem with any of that. But what I'm gonna do at this time, I'm gonna remand the defendant $25,000 cash surety bond on each case, which was the bench warrants that I set. And then once he is looked at by the folks at, I will reconsider that. I don't have a problem doing that, but there doesn't seem to be much that's kind of holding him in at this point, and that's what concerns me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll set it for the 31st at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
In the end, the judge looked at the full picture: inconsistent drug tests, multiple fentanyl positives, missed or unclear reporting, and no reliable stabilizing structure in place. Despite the defendant's efforts with mental health screening and treatment, the judge determined that the risks were too high to leave him unsupervised. That's why she imposed the $25,000 cash/surety bond on each case, not as punishment, but as a safeguard while professionals reassess his situation. Cases like this highlight how complex addiction-related court supervision can be, especially when treatment records and drug screens don't align. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, drop your opinion in the comments, and subscribe for more sharp, professional courtroom commentary.